If you are looking for how to find corporate clients, stay tuned because we're going to break it all the way down. I am LizJSimpson, founder of the Big Money Movement, and I have with me
Cheryl Parks.
Cheryl Parks is our lead coach and trainer at the Big Money Movement. And oftentimes we hear from clients, I want to land corporate clients. I want six-figure deals, but how do I find them, right? So if you're looking for all the stars, all the big whales, all the big money deals, we are going to break it down. First and foremost, when we're looking for how to find corporate clients, you want to first step into buyer behavior. Where are they spending their time? What are your thoughts, Cheryl?
I think buyer behavior is critical because everything has changed. All the stars are different. So at the end of the day, yes, you definitely want to understand where your buyer is and what they value, right? LinkedIn is the platform. I can tell you that 80% of buyers actually have LinkedIn profiles and are active on LinkedIn. Mm-hmm. In addition, you want to understand your own positioning. Right. So really understanding your own strengths, your own limitations, challenges that you faced, and all of those things. You know, really understanding your why. That's another key part of it. Yeah. They say that buyers don't buy what you sell. They buy why you are selling it.
Yes.
They want to be part of, you know, whether it's a movement, like the Big Money Movement, or they want to be part of an overall solution. Yes. They want to understand how they can bring a solution and get impact from the outcome that you provide.
That makes me think of recently through the Big Money Movement, we had our event, Corporate Client Attraction Live, and we had the Vice President of Digital Sales, Kaywood Yamnick, there on that event, and she was a panelist. And one of the things that she talked about is she's VP of Digital Sales for iHeartMedia, which is, you know, a national organization, a major conglomerate in the U.S. And so she mentioned that if you're looking to do business with the iHeartMedia, starting with corporate may not be the place to be, because this large organization has regional divisions. And she talked about that if you really want to find a way to get in the door with an organization like iHeartMedia, you might want to look in your own backyard at their regional division. So when we're looking for how to find corporate clients, first you might want to consider your own regional base. What businesses and organizations exist in your community that you might be able to cultivate relationships with?
Yeah, and once you do that, you're actually creating a platform for yourself to get into the larger organization, right? So at the end of the day, you can go into the regional area or local. A lot of times they have signing authority right there for what you have to offer. And then you can just climb the ladder and get to the larger dollars, larger investment with the scope of the entire organization.
Absolutely. And speaking of larger investments, we also have LizJSimpson from Gilead Sciences at our recent Corporate Client Attraction event. And at Gilead Sciences, they have a multi-billion-dollar budget. Billions. Billions that they spend with outside experts and vendors just like yourself. And when we asked Parika where she might find suppliers, one, they have a diversity supplier inclusion program. So we often work with women entrepreneurs. And so as a woman entrepreneur, you would qualify as one of their diversity suppliers. And with their program, she said, even though we have the supplier, you know, inclusion program, it's very often that she might find someone through LinkedIn. Yes. And how she finds them, or how she would prefer to find them, is through her network or through someone who's continually adding insights to the marketplace, and thus she's attracted to them through their insights.
Can you say that again? Because adding insights is the big deal. That's what makes you a thought leader. That's what separates you. A lot of times you want to repel and attract your clients. So when you become a thought leader and you're adding insights, you know, don't be like Switzerland. You need to pick a side, choose a lane, actually create content that lets your buyer know exactly where you stand on a specific subject.
I love it. Why would you want to ever repel prospective clients? I think you kind of dropped a jewel. I don't know if they was ready for that.
So every buyer, every client is not your client. They just aren't. And it's really important to understand that early in the game. Yeah. At the end of the day, literally you have access to so much, as we talk about, you know, things like social selling where you have access to so many. It's really a selection, right? Yeah. So when I was selling for major corporations, we always had target markets. I know you have the same. And there's a reason major corporations create target markets, right? To use your time wisely. They don't want you calling on everybody. Yes. They've mastered the game of how to sell. And they understand that if I can get you to be super specific by industry, by niche, by title, by potentially what you offer, all of a sudden it just makes the entire conversation a lot easier.
Yes. When I think about the women that we serve in the big money movement, the thing is, everyone we work with wants to do good work in the marketplace. They want to create impact. And so it's asking yourself, who is it that if they came to me today, that I could create maximum results for?
Right.
Like without a blink, without a lot of, excess work and scope creep.
Right.
Who is the client that could come to me today, and what is it about their situation that would make it a no-brainer for me that I could do A, B, C, X, Y, Z, and yes, with total confidence, I could get you to the transformation that you desire, and that helps to illuminate that target market, and then it makes it easier to find them.
Right.
To your point, I think sometimes we struggle with finding corporate clients because it's so ambiguous.
Yes.
When my clients come to me and they're like, I'm trying to find corporate clients. Who?
Right.
Who are you trying to find?
Exactly.
And then a lot of times they're like, stumbling over the words. They're like, oh, well, they could be this, or they could be that, or they could be this. I'm like, you're struggling to find them because you haven't defined who your ideal buyer is.
Yeah.
And the greater you understand who your buyer is, then it's easier to illuminate where they are.
Yeah.
Let's give an example. Or actually, do you want to give an example of that?
Super simple example.
Okay, yes.
You don't go to a car dealership and say, I'm looking for a car. Because there's so many cars.
Ooh.
You have to have a sense of what it is you're looking for, very similar to when you're going after corporate clients. You'll want to understand what segment of the market, what size of company, right? Are you looking for a company that has over 10,000 employees or a company that has 0 to 500? There are different ways of buying for those companies.
Yep.
There are different ways of operating for those companies. And they typically, this is a really general statement, but they typically want to work with different styles of people, companies, business sizes, et cetera. So don't get yourself swamped looking for everyone. Just really focus in, niche down as much as you can. Use LinkedIn. It will help you. It will get you there sooner. And, become a real person. Figure out what it is you want and really connect with your buyer. That's going to bring you a lot further than going after the masses.
And it's a win-win, right? Because not only then can you have total confidence in your ability to create your client's desired transformation, but Hinge Marketing is continually doing research studies, and Hinge Marketing has found that the number one thing that executive buyers are looking for is specialized expertise.
Yes.
So the more niche you are, not only is it your advantage, but the buyer sees it as advantageous as well.
Yes.
The one other component I want to talk about that I think is the low-hanging fruit, when we have clients who come to us that are like, I need money now. Like, I need the shortest path to cash right now. Like, I needed revenue coming in the door yesterday.
Yes.
When we have to blitz, the first thing that I look at is your existing network. So if you're looking to find corporate clients, take audit or inventory of your relationships.
Right.
Where have you worked? Are there potential for you to do work with your past employers? Is there potential for you to look at the boards that you're involved in, or the community organizations you're involved in, the associations, your loved ones? Oh my gosh. I have so many clients that we work with on sales strategies. And when I ask them, do your loved ones, do your family, your friends, your alumni groups, do they know about the work that you do? And they're like, no one understands the work I do. Like, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because they can't do business with you if they don't know what it is that you do. So really, for a low-hanging fruit, if you're looking to find corporate clients, take inventory of your existing network. What relationships do you have right now, and how can you have conversation with them to tell them about the work that you're doing and identify if there are solutions that they're looking for?
Yeah, that's actually a complete action in and of itself. If you started there, you would be so much further than the lion's share of entrepreneurs.
Yes. This makes me think of our client, Kelly. And when she came in the door, she felt like she was experiencing feast or famine, ups and downs. She recently closed one of her largest deals ever in the history of her business. And when I asked her what the game changer was, she said, Liz, it was just talking to the people who already knew me.
Right.
Like she was like, I realized that I'm doing all this work in the marketplace, but I haven't spent the time to cultivate my existing relationships, tell them about the work that I'm doing, and see if there's a win-win solution there.
Yeah.
So don't overlook the opportunities that exist to you right now.
Yes. Really funny story about network. Had a girlfriend when I first started my business, and jumped on a call with her, a phone call, and she's really upset. She's almost in tears. She's like, I have this thing going on. I don't know how to do it. I don't want to talk about it. And so I said, well, are you sure? Yes. We went back and forth. She finally says, okay, I have an RFP, which is a request for a proposal that I have due. We have this business that we've been doing for 10 years, and now they want us to submit a proposal for it.
Okay.
And I don't know what that is. I've never done that before. And I said, do you know that that's what I do for a living?
Oh, she
didn't know. She had no idea that that's what I did for a living.
And that's one of your best friends.
That's one of my best friends. One of my best friends. Her husband married my husband and I. Literally, we ended up working together. That's my first client.
Oh, wow.
Worked together. She won the opportunity. It was a $300,000 opportunity.
Hey.
And she's a community social services person.
Okay.
So it changed. This is the part I love. It actually changes the community. That's the impact of it.
Yeah.
They were able to maintain the business as an agency, continue hiring, and supporting the service, the community.
And she was talking to the expert and didn't know.
Yeah.
And didn't know. But that's for many of us. I'm sure many of us.
Just being transparent.
In our circles, people don't know. So
Yes.
there are so many ways that you can find corporate clients, starting with your existing network, looking at your regional area, your backyard, leveraging LinkedIn.
Yes.
The opportunities are there. Now, once you realize that you have access to corporate buyers, do you know how to secure the bag? Let's continue that discussion. Click the next video now, and let's talk about how to get those corporate clients.